Hello, it's Richard here from Williams Crawford, here with Josh today.
Morning.
Now, my brother-in-law, he always says to me, the answer is yes, what's the question? And we tend to apply that in work as much as we possibly can. Up in Resto and Motorsport, this car was imported by a great customer of ours in from Norway, and it is unregistered. It's always been a race car. So from the factory, built as a race car. And when the customer said to us, do you think you boys can get it registered? The answer is yes. Then we started the actual process. So loads of subtle differences that we've done along the way, but three of the big challenges was noise, emissions, no handbrake, no airbag system in the car. So just wanted Josh to run through some of the finer details. Extremely proud that he got it over the line. And we're well on the way to getting this car road registered, so the guy can have a huge amount of fun in it. He's going to use it as a tarmac rally car and do some other sprints, hill climbs, and actually a very exciting event later in 2025 that we will feature a lot with this car. But Josh, please go through the emissions and the exhaust first.
So being a motorsport car, originally this had 100 cell catalytic converters in the manifolds, so they don't tend, some might pass kind of emissions testing, but they don't tend to. A little bit more horsepower, a little bit more free flowing. We actually found that these were damaged when we took them off anyway, so they were never going to pass. So anyway, we replaced them with a set of factory GT4 road car manifolds, so then breezes through emissions just as it should do, just as your normal road car would do.
Still got loads of theatre of noise,
absolutely.
etc.
I mean, if anyone that's run one of these on a track day, they know just quite how loud they are, even with a factory exhaust. So had to put some extra baffles in the exhaust, not fitted at the moment, but we did have to put some extra baffles in the exhaust, and we had to wire the exhaust valves closed, and it was just about got through noise for the IVA test doing that. So yeah, but that's just one of the things we had to go through there.
On the handbrake side of it?
Yeah, so again, being a motorsport car, as you can come in and look at the size of the brakes we've got here, there's no kind of fixed handbrake on this due to the hub and the disc design. So we've got this big floating disc with this enormous fancy caliper, which is fantastic. And what we've had to do is adapt an electronic handbrake kit, make a custom bracket and fit an electronic handbrake kit in there with a secondary caliper as such, like you see on some other kind of supercars and bits and pieces like that. And it works really, really well. And that got us through, there nicely as well,
Kit. Now, inside, I'm going to just protect the door, but maybe if Josh goes around the other side, he can just talk you through some of the safety features that we also had to comply with.
So, normal road cars, obviously, they have airbag systems most of the time. So, we needed what we call an energy absorbing device in the steering column. So, some things like Caterhams have a collapsible steering column. So, what we had to fit on this car was a collapsible steering boss. So, in the event of an impact, you've got some way of absorbing the energy. I also made up a little pad for the steering wheel just as another kind of give it kind of two forms of protection there. And one thing they're really keen on as well is all the kind of sharp edges inside the cabin. Anything that if you had a 3-point belt in it as opposed to a harness, if your head kind of went underneath the dashboard or in an area kind of where you're going to have impact, that there's no sharp edges. So a lot of bits had to be edged up. We had to put a center console in it. Currently the switch panel is just out because I'm in the midst of making a new one for that. But have to really kind of comply with all the safety which most standard road cars do. So it's all for good reason.
Grand job. So now that we've got the IVA test, the MOT certificate, we leave it to admin department, Kim, bit of an expert on this, and we'll get this car registered. So hopefully, locally, it'll be out and about annoying everyone. Many thanks for watching.
Thank you.